What's up everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker HD. In the last episode, we made our way here to the Forsaken Fortress and disabled all of these spotlights here in order to make our way up to where our sister is being held captive, and in also order to get our sword back. And well, in this episode, we're going to be continuing to climb up this tower in order to save our sister and get our sword back. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we want to do, remember in the last episode we created that shortcut down there, and there's just a ladder right here you can climb back up. Just hold A up against this wall to sidle all the way across, and I love Link's face while he does that. It's like one eye's like squinted, and he's got like a angry look on his face. Just sidle all the way across, and then let go. Pretty self-explanatory. Now this area here is where you want to be careful, because if you fall here, if you fall in one of those gaps, you're falling all the way back down. But that's why we kind of wanted to create one of those shortcuts, because when you create those shortcuts, it makes it a lot easier to make it your way all the way back up here, because then you don't have to travel nearly as far. You don't have to go through all the moblins and stuff again. But anyway, with that, we are already here, and would you looky there, there's Link's sword. Yeah, Link, I don't think this is really much time for celebrating. Anyway, let's just run right over here, and we got our hero sword back. Now we're in business, and let's be careful not to drop it again. And now we can just take this guy out pretty easily. He dropped his sword, and we could pick it up if we wanted to, but we already have our hero sword. And did his head just turn around backwards? That was kind of disgusting. And those spikes do not drop. Okay, well, also, I forgot to mention in the last episode, if you miss, like, the Piece of Heart or any of the other treasure chests here in the Forsaken Fortress, don't worry about it, because you will be back here. But anyway, now that we're inside, let's look for our sister. Would you look at that? There she is. Uh-oh. Well, this doesn't look too good now, does it? Is there someone standing over there? Huh. Who is that? Dark skin? Red hair? I wonder. And yeah, we just get tossed out to sea, so that's nice. Well, there goes Link, guys. Thank you so much for coming out to this Let's Play. And no, I'm just kidding. We're not over yet. Because, well, it looks like someone's come to our rescue. Link. Link. Wake up, Link. Getting Breath of the Wild vibes, anyone? Just me? Okay. Pull yourself together, Link. Yeah, okay, there's no one else in this boat, so, like, who's talking to me? Well, have you come to your senses yet? You're surprisingly dull-witted. And oh my gosh, this boat has a face and it's talking. Did I startle you? Suppose that is only natural. As wide as the world is, I am the only boat upon it who can speak the words of men. I'm the king of red lions. Do not fear. I am not your enemy. Link. I've been watching you since you went to Forsaken Fortress to rescue your sister. I understand how you desire to protect your sister could give you the courage to fearlessly stand up to anything. But such a bold attempt was foolhardy. I suppose you saw him, the shadow that commands that monstrous bird. His name is Ganon. He who obtained the power of the gods, attempted to cover the land in darkness, and was ultimately sealed away by the very power he hoped to command. He's the very same Ganon, the Emperor of the Dark Realm the ancient legends speak of. I do not know why the seal of the gods has failed. Now that Ganon has returned, the world is once again being threatened by his evil magic. Tell me, Link, do you still wish to save your sister from him? Yep, and you will do anything to save her. Uh-huh, sure thing. I see. In that case, I shall guide you as we go forward, advising you on what you must do and where you must go. Ganon cannot be defeated by human hands, let alone by what little strength you possess. Hey, that's kind of rude. The key to defeating Ganon is locked away in a great power that you can only wield after much toil and hardship. Do you understand? Yeah, I guess. In that case, we depart to the Great Sea. Ah, but I am getting ahead of myself. This has actually been embarrassing for me to admit, but although I am indeed a boat that possesses the power of speech, I possess no sail. And a boat with no sail can sail no seas. I have brought you far to the east of the dark gaze of the Forsaken Fortress. On this island is a town of merchants who deal in a wide variety of goods. If you had searched hard enough, surely you can find one who will sell you a sail. I'm sorry to ask you this of you, but without a sail, I will be useless to you. The island of merchants is home to many valuable goods. The information they provide you may come in handy during your endeavors at sea, so listen carefully to their words and heed them well. But remember, there's no time to play. Come back here immediately as soon as your errands are done. Alright, sure thing. Alrighty, so this is Windfall Island. And there's a couple things that we can do here, so we're not exactly going to heed the King of Red Lion's words and come back here as soon as we find a sail, because like I said, there's a couple of things that we can do here. And with that, we actually grabbed our 100th ruby. I didn't even see that ruby there, but yeah, we've seemed to grab it. But anyway, first things first, I believe we should head in here. Yeah, because if we head in here, there's a strange green man. Let's talk to him. I see the same green clothes and the same green hat. By the look of you, I say, sir, could you, by chance, be a fairy? Goodness! Did you see my telepathy? That's why you saved me, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, not at all. Do not worry. Tingle knows without you telling him. Sir, yes, sir. Tingle is my name. I have been looking for you and your kind, for I, too, long to be one of the fairy folk. And yet I was mistaken for some kind of troublemaker and put in this dreadful sort of place. How disrespectful. Please, Mr. Fairy, rescue poor Tingle from this place and take him to where you and your kind live in splendor. Yeah, I'm not taking you anywhere with me, but I guess I can let you out of here. Hooray, thank you oh so very much. Here's Tingle's heartfelt gift of thanks. Tingle, Tingle, Kalu, Limpa. Become an item. And Tingle gave us the Tingle bottle, and this uses Miiverse. Yeah, I'm never going to use this. Mr. Fairy, are you familiar with Miiverse? With it, you can put messages in a bottle, and it can be sent to fairies over the world over. Communication of minds. Hearts beating as one. Just don't write anything unpleasant, okay? Not that I have to remind you, Mr. Fairy. Splendid. Tingle is returning now to his own special island. Would you come find him? Probably not. Ah, I was forgetting something important. Oh, Mr. Fairy, you want to come to my island, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? And with that, he gave us the Tingle chart. So yeah, that's going to tell us exactly where his island is. Open it up on the map screen. If you ever need my help with the charts, just leave it to Tingle. Don't you ever forget it. Yeah, actually don't forget that tip, because it's going to come in handy much, much later. If you'd like to give your Tingle bottles that looks extra oomph that all Tingles crave, you should check out the back of this cell. Check it right out. Yeah, so we're actually going to take that advice and listen to it. And oh no. Excuse me while I skip through all this stuff on the gamepad because yeah, it's trying to tell us about tingle bottles and stuff, which I really care nothing about because yeah, I'm gonna be using those, and I don't think anyone uses Miiverse anymore. We're in 2020, and the Nintendo Switch is out now. Alright, so we now have a pattern to follow here in this cave, and I believe it's right, forward, left, and then left, right, right, and then left, and then forward, and then left, and then right, and then right once again. Continue forward, and I believe we continue forward all the way down till we hit a right, and there we go. This is exactly what we were looking for. There's a chest here, and inside of this chest is a very important item. Inside of it is the Picto Box, and so we can take up to 12 pictures with it. And so now that we've done that, we're gonna need to get out of here, and there's a very quick and easy way to do that. So if you were, while we were heading through here, you could probably see some paths that diverged off to the left and to the right that had some like wooden panels like that on it. Well, on those wooden panels, there's some rats with a little jingle bell. Pulls the rope, and we fall directly through the floor. Once we do that, we fall directly in front of the King of Red Lions. And so that Picto Box will actually come in handy a little bit later on. So I'm going to go ahead and equip it. We don't necessarily need it right now, but it will come in handy a little bit later. Alright, so now we want to head up this ramp here, and I actually want to head past these kids here, past this guy, and all the way down here to this guy over here. So let's talk to him. My story's a strange one. I came across the cursed seas from a land far away, a land where the blizzards blow violently, heading to this town called Windfall. But dear me, as I have traveled, a terrible storm descended and tore my ship to bits. Yet, mysteriously, only that escaped without so much as a mark on it. For the looks of you, I would say you are a traveler as well. Oh yes, indeed. Could you not purchase that from me? It is my one and only heirloom from home. The people in this town do not seem the least bit interested in that, despite the fact that it would help them travel the dangerous seas about their town. Please, I beg you, I wish to open a small business here in town, so I'm in desperate need of finances. How does 80 rubies sound? Alright, I'll buy it from you, dude. Yes. Thank you so very much. Indeed, I've received precisely 80 rubies for it, and I can use these funds to finance my new business. Oh dear me, what a happy day. Very well, young master. As I promised, please, take that. And that thing was a boat sail. Sweet. And yeah, so this guy's name is Zunari, by the way. Thought I'd just go ahead and mention that, but yeah. So we'll be talking to him a lot throughout our adventure, as you have saved my life and business as well. Treasure dearly, it is the finest sail in the world, treated as such. Yeah, okay, it's not actually the best sail we get, dude, but I mean, it's a pretty good one, I guess. Alrighty, so with that, I'm trying to think of what else we can do here. There is quite a couple of things that we can do here. You know what, let's actually head in this area here, because we just got that Picto Box, which is basically a camera, but we can talk to this guy here about it. Why, young sir, I must say, you seem to be in possession of a very fine Picto Box there. Are you a lover of pictographs as well? There can be no villains among the ranks of Picto Box lovers. Take your time, look around, I implore you. And while you're here, please do visit my upstairs pictograph gallery. You're bound to find it quite exciting, young sir. I guarantee it. Yeah, so he'll now let us buy him and allow it to like walk up and stuff, and check out his gallery. So let's have we go ahead and do that. Go ahead and check it out just to see what he's got. And quite a couple of nice pictures as well. And there's even our home over there. Oh, one of these some finely stamped pictographs. You must admit it. Well, why to sneak up on me, dude? But come now, you needn't seem so surprised, my young sir. It's a hobby of mine to sneak up behind people when they least expect it. It's quite an amusing diversion. Think nothing of it. Yeah, I'm gonna think everything about that. That's just creepy, dude. By the way, these pictographs you see decorating these fine walls have all been taken by none other than myself. They are my pride and joy. You see, in my younger days, I was tireless, sailing far and wide across the great sea, snapping pictographs wherever I went. Have a look at them, young sir. Yeah, after you snuck up behind me, I think I'm good, dude. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is actually we're going to want to exit this room and then basically come right back inside. Alright, so let's go talk to this guy again, because he should have a couple of quests for us to do. You see, young sir, I've been studying picto boxes since I was but a lad. My lifelong dream was to create a box with incredible pictographic capabilities at its long last nearing fruition. But now I've grown old and I have no real desire to leave this island. Young sir, I hesitate to ask, but could you perhaps become my pictograph assistant? Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, really? Really and truly? My heart leaps at your enthusiasm. But I feel I must tell you, the path to an assistant must follow is not a simple one. I demand that whoever takes on the role of my assistant will be an individual who can take whatever command I may issue and promptly complete it without hesitation. It'll be quite a challenge, I assure you. Are you sure you want to do this? Yeah, sure. Ha, you must share my love of the pictograph. What is your name, young sir? Link, is it? Very well then. I shall issue 3 commands to you. On the day you complete all 3 tasks, you shall be my #1 assistant, Link. Now then, for my first command. A love letter. You know what that is, young sir? It's a collection of words of love, long unspoken and put into written form. Somewhere in this town, there is one who, despite constant rejection, never learns the cold lesson of unrequited passion and continues to write letters of doom to love. I'm certain the object of this sadly one-sided affection is quite a quandary over the matter. I am in the mind that I must have a word with this unwanted suitor. However, I must have physical evidence, and thus your first task is to snap a pictograph of this individual in the act of sending an unwanted letter. That sounds easy, does it not? Rightly so. If you hope to be my assistant, you must perform this task with ease. Alrighty, sure thing. And so we can get right on that. So we basically have to take a picture of someone sending some mail, and that guy happens to be this guy, and there happens to be a mailbox right down here. So we could take a picture of this guy for the man in there. Lonzo is his name. I haven't mentioned that yet, but his name is Lonzo, and we'll be able to take a picture for him. But we're actually gonna save that for the next episode. So if you guys like this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. It helps the channel a lot. And if you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing. Listen, guys, my name is Connor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.